was smart. Now, how do they bounce back from this? Because now game 2 in the draft, Team Liquid PH once again in the blue side and CFU Gaming on the red side. We do see Chips and Harry being banned. Do they still want to ban the Moskov again, or do they want to ban the Roger instead? Because I know they want it, but Team Liquid PH has read them like a book.
You know, TLPH, they probably put a lot more work into researching CFU Gaming in comparison to the other matchups that they have later down the line and the last chance qualifiers. But hey, let's see it. Roger banned instantly from CFU Gaming. TLPH with first pick. What's it gonna be?
Oh, they get the Moskov themselves?
No surprises, no surprises.
We saw a couple of changes on towards the Moskov here, but I think like Moskov is still in an okay position.
I mean, in comparison to Natan, I would lean in more to the Moskov.
I think Moskov is still fine. No, it's a small nerf, but I don't think it matters that much here. It's still very long range here. The items kind of help them peel apart here. So I think the question here is that if things get dragged into its later stage of the game here, who is going to be the Sky Piercer player for Team Liquid PH? Because I don't think Sky Piercer on Moskov is great as a first item.
It's terrible. Just wait. This is gonna be a Carl-TZ Lancelot game.
Okay, sure. Like I would like to see that.
I would like to see the GOAT play on his hero, man. It's been so long since we've seen him play Lancelot, so very long, but I think that CFU game this time around, not going to make it easy, right? We do see the Valentina pickup just to deny Sanji, but more importantly, the R-Lot to be extra annoying. A good flex pick for both their EXP and as well as support, but TLPH respond with the Edith as well as the Farsa.
Ooh, okay. We do see a little bit of denial pickups coming from both sides here. Edith stolen away from CFU Gaming, CFU stealing the R-Lot away from TLPH, but now, final pick here, do they still stick with their marksman once again? Because it feels like they can still open it up a little bit and just say, wait a little bit more and secure something else, but looks like they're just going to double down again. Same exact pattern for CFU Gaming.
I think at least they've kind of eased up a lot of the playmaking capabilities that TLPH could potentially be doing here. For all we know, JP could just like pick up a Cho if he really wanted to, right? And I think that at the end of the day, it's up to CFU to respond to these picks coming out from TLPH, because right now they are the ones on the defense.
I was expecting them to actually pick the Fredrin themselves because of the fact that they need some sort of a jungler if they want to go for a tanky composition here. But again, Fredrin, you know, might be banned again from this next upcoming draft. They banned the Baxia, they banned the Fredrin from CFU Gaming, whereas from TLPH they banned the Terizla as well as the Ling. So I think Ling is pretty good here for TLPH. But again, second phase first pick is still going to be a CFU Gaming side.
Yeah, CFU. Come on, just ban out those tanks. Ban out the good tanks, right? Follow up with the Grok this time around. An easy way to cancel out the Feathered Airstrike.
Okay.
Really annoying to deal with in the earlier stages because of the way he manipulates the wave. So I understand where TLPH is coming from. However, CFU Gaming, come on. Follow it up with the Fredrin. And maybe we might get another assassin game from a Carl-TZ.
This is smart coming from TLPH. Like, they're expecting the Arlot to be the XP lane, but if they start banning out the roams here, they are going to force this Arlot as a roam from TLPH, and that pretty much ensures this Feather Airstrike a guaranteed land unless the Arlot overcommits into this fight. And I think they're banging on the fact that if he overcommits, they are going to burst him down with the Julian. Again, if they decide to go for it.
I mean, I think we're thinking too far about this, right? CFU Gaming right now have to decide whether or not Fredrin is in or out. Because if Fredrin is in the composition of TLPH, they can easily combo so many of their abilities together, but they ban out Julian instead to kind of ease up on that early game. That's totally fine. Ling, the follow-up ban, I mean, I'm expecting the Fredrin here.
Should be. They should go for the Fredrin.
I think that CFU probably want that Fredrin a little bit more than TLPH.
Yeah, they definitely need somebody to be in the front lines here. A very strong front line. They tried to compensate with the Martins in the previous game, but this time, Fredrin or no.
It's fine.
Or
it's fine. If they don't want to go Fredrin, then they have to go for a strong EXP lane that generally does well in every matchup, which would be Thamos in this case, maybe even Benedetta. I don't see CFU Gaming leaning into that just yet, but it's a tough decision to make, honestly.
They need somebody to actually catch the backlines in case Moscow gets out of control. Okay, so
they've got the Arlet. It's fine.
They get the Fredrin.
They get the Arlet. As long as they have
enough to punish Moscow.
Oh yeah. You can lose like as an Arlet at level 2. You can already take on Moskov at level 3 or even level 4, right? As long as you dodge the ult. That's the problematic part about Arlet. He's just naturally good in the earlier stages because of his base damages. Unless you're walking into enemy jungle, then that's a different story. For now, I think that TLPH, as right now, like, no Julian, come on, be bold, be brave, play something like Lancelot.
Hayabusa, maybe?
I mean, Hayabusa makes a lot more sense, but like, oh god, I want to see the goat on that Lancelot one more time.
Are they going to try and mirror this? Like tank junglers or assassin junglers? Because as of now, we do see the Yuzhong XP. Okay, we do see the Arkai junglers. So tank jungler is back in action again. Heavy spin in case CFU decides to go for a very cheeky XP laner. In this case, Benedetta, Paquito, if they decide to put the Arlet role. They're expecting to try and pin someone, at least.
I think it's somewhat alright. Is it dangerous to play Arlet as a roamer right now? A little bit. He doesn't exactly have the escape mechanics necessary. He just has the base damage to just kind of stick very, very close to the Edith. That's about it.
Florin, maybe? No, I don't think they're going to go for Florin.
There's got to be better options out there. Florin is not bad. I would think that the Angela might be just slightly better in these cases, but I think overall, it doesn't really matter what they pick.
Because it feels like a very sustained comp coming from Team TLPH, but looks like it's going to be... Oh, okay. They bring in the Masha to try and chip the bird. This was a thing like last year when Masha was kind of broken.
Yeah, because mainly we're seeing that TLPH is playing around Benny QT, right? So if you shut down Benny QT, you shut down a large majority of the damage. But the problem with TLPH is they always have secondary win conditions. And in this case, Sanji can scale. He's going to be very relevant. And if Sanford finds a lead in his lane, that's a good solid 8 minutes of EXP dominance.
Wow, this seems to be a much more 50-50 draft compared to game number 1 here. CFU, they have to pour their hearts and soul against this if they want to have a chance for the last chance qualifier. Same can be said for Team Liquid PH because now they are match point to qualify for the LCQ. It's going to be a do or die for both of these teams here because at the end of the series, one of this team will be eliminated from the Snapdragon Pro Series. So it is going to be a very, very intense ones, and I hope CFU Gaming, they are going to be able to give us a good game.
I think this time around, they should be able to give us a pretty decent game here. It will take some time before we expect to see some real combat going around. I think around the mid-game is when we're expected to see these teams really pop off, but I think a lot of the early game is going to be held towards the EXP side of the map. Like Benny QT up against Zing on this Claude should be pretty 50-50 overall. More inclined for Benny QT to clear those waves without interacting with Zing. Overall, I think the biggest game changers are going to be the mid lane, right? Like Z's job last time, it was difficult because you steal the Feathered Airstrike, half the time Sanji has already dealt enough damage and the fight is basically over before it even starts. Now, I think that Z is going to take a more proactive role just to make sure that Sanji can't breathe.
I think Z was struggling to decide whether to actually take the Feathered Airstrike at the Minion Rage or the Minion Rage for game number 1, right? Like, do they need damage or do they need counter CCs? Because both the times that he got both, didn't really do too much. Like, they needed damage, but instantly got cancelled. They need a counterplay, but where's the damage coming from? So I think now, in this particular game, it may be a little bit easier because almost every single spell coming from Team Liquid PH brings so much value in terms of team fight. Maybe not so much on the Yuzhong, but the heavy spin, Feather Strike is amazing. But without further ado, let's figure things out on how things are gonna go out here. This is gonna be Team Liquid PH going up against CFU Gaming for game number 2, match point for TLPH.
Opposite sides, mirrored sides between CFU on the red side up against TLPH on the blue side. They're gonna be ending up on 2 separate sides of the map. Fredrin wants to be closer towards that EXP. Sorry, same side of the map as TLPH also.
Oh, JP taking a little bit too much damage here. Forces a flicker of OP. They are going to be able to scare him off. CFU tried to go a little bit ballsy, but look at this. Kaotize, he's going to try to walk up and try and steal the buff here maybe. But they get first blood on OPC. Tries to trade somebody off, but TLPH now on the full aggressive mode, and they're gonna try and steal cam off Detective. Here comes Petrify stun combo as well. They want to kill him off. JP needs to get out. Detective will fall to the damage coming from CalTZ. CFU losing 2 right from the get-go.
This is a great play coming in from TLPH. This is what we call a set play. They already had a good idea of what they wanted to do from the early stages of the game. They got JP to actually early leash the opposite buff while we saw the leash happening down by the red buff for CalTZ. So when he walks up, instantly one hit, walks away, and is able to start invading the enemy jungle. And Wadu, he's not going to be very relevant until he's level 4. So they've hit a very good window from the side of TLPH.
Very, very nice timings here. 2 cams stolen away from CFU Gaming here. That is going to put Detective 1 level behind before the first turtle. And in this case, TLPH, they're looking to try and extend this, but so far, they are not set up for this turtle buff yet.
We'll see, because CalTZ is opting not to go for a full buff clear. It instantly wants to be right on top of the turtle. He knows that CFU Gaming ain't going to waste any time to contest this. They know that Detective is a level behind, so let's be fast about this. We clear, we could invade. Let's first clear off our own jungle, reset, and then maybe re-engage.
That is so cheeky of Benny Cutie. He thought he's going to be able to get the spear to try and steal it away from the purple buff, but fortunately for Detective, he still gets it.
Where's the invade?
But CalTZ is already 2 levels ahead of him.
I mean, he saw the red tree. He saw the red tree, and when the red tree is down, CalTZ walks into your jungle. What are you going to do about it?
Did he get it?
He got the camp, but CalTZ doesn't care. He's still 2 levels ahead. This is a free buff for him. He wants CFU to walk for it. He wants them to contest this buff. As soon as they do, he has an angle to punish.
8 seconds cooldown retribution for Detective. CalTZ will have it here. Can he get it in time? No. Yeah. Feels bad for Detective.
Right? It feels like no matter... honestly, with the way TLPH is playing, they have the foresight. That's why we're seeing the Spear of Destruction coming out. We're seeing the Feathered Airstrike trying to steal away buffs just to get Retry out.
Well, a little bit, enough of the jungle invades for now. We do see Sanford getting pushed back by Wadu a little bit, but well, as soon as you say that, bottom lane, we do see a little bit of harassment, but CFU finally gets a little bit of breathing room, but it seems like their resources is just so scarce now.
I mean, their laners are fine. And then Detective is like, what about me? I'm a full level down. 2 camps have been stolen away. I can't use my retry if not I get invaded. Like, he's the only person who's not having a good time. Ooh, Skypiercer first item for Wadu.
Okay, interesting. You know, Detective forced to steal some of the resources away from Z down middle lane. But now here comes the catch from on ZOP. He is down. Cannot do anything. Chain stun all the way through. Purple buff comes in, being invaded as well. CalTZ still has the heavy spin. And Detective, as well as him, they both has retribution. This is gone for Detective. Another level advantage for CalTZ.
I mean, we talked about the problems of playing Arla as a roamer, right? He can stand next to JP, yes, but he's got to be careful for the engage. He's got no escape mechanics, and Sanji knows that as well. So, unlucky for him, but TLPH setting up camp in CFU Gaming's jungle.
CalTZ just stole another camp off Detective. OP. He needs to set up a play, but they just don't have the damage. Black Dragon used preemptively to try and disturb Detective. Come on, give that guy a break, man. He's a working authority.
He's no breaks for this guy. You can have your buff. I'll see you in your next purple buff, buddy.
Oh my god, that's spear.
No, it's not taking it. It's not taking it. For now, this is what we can expect from TLPH, right? Just be hyper-aggressive. Every single time you force a reaction out of CFU Gaming, there is going to be a natural consequence.
They're so aware of everything, and even Benny Cutie oftentimes is using the spear to try and steal the buff away. Like, the whole objective from TLPH is just slow down Detective's farm, and guess what? He's doing really well. A good job here for TLPH.
Hey man, this is why I wanted to see the GOAT himself play a Lancelot, play an assassin-style jungler, because he's already making these calls saying, hey, if somebody can throw an ultimate to steal a buff, do it, right? It's not like you're going to use it in lane.
Oh boy. Now, Detective is going to try and catch on Sanford. Sanford's getting chain stun all the way through. He's down to his half HP. Appraiser comes in. Is going to fall. No Black Dragon. So CFU finds a small window. Gets a kill for themselves. Better Airstrike clear the minions here. But they want to go for more. Sanji, can he get out? Forces a flicker. Detective, they actually get another kill. And Wado is able to find one. CFU Gaming sees 2 down bottom. Instantly goes for the kill.
He wouldn't. He wouldn't
No
bench,
way.
right? Like,
I don't think so.
With Wadu so close by, I doubt he will. But right now, bot tier 1.
Oh, Carl DZ. The go for the heavy spin here. Stolen one coming from Z. Trying to get a pin out towards the turret here. But doesn't seem to find the angle. CFU baits major spells away from TLPH.
It's fine. They still have 26 more seconds until the next objective actually comes back out. And yes, CFU Gaming actually buying a little bit of tempo for themselves, punishing TLPH. Use your abilities in lane. Okay, fine. We'll force the consequences then.
Oh, final stash comes in, JP. Okay, he's going to be able to get out. No setup coming from CFU, unfortunately.
TLPH, as long as you're looking at Call TZ, the only reason why we'd be using his heavy spin is to try and get a retry, a clean retry off of CFU Gaming in these 50-50s for neutral objectives, or to pin them down against the wall so that the rest of the members of TLPH can follow up. If there's no members of TLPH, then it's an escape mechanic.
Oh, speaking of which here, 1K net worth difference here between
Punish.
TLPC and Detective, and now they're going to go for the dive here. Black Dragon comes in, they find Obi, that's going to be the first one to go down. Z forced to run away, the spear comes in, connects on the Valentina, Z is down, Detective appraisals drop, almost drops, he dies as well. Heavy spin on towards Wadu, gets pinned apart, he almost got the kill, but that's going to be a 4-man wipe down by TLPH, and the only one standing is Zing, is not even in the team fight at all.
Man, OP, he's got to be so careful here, right? He gets engaged upon. Z tries to bail him out with that stolen heavy spin. Really just doesn't matter here, right? There's just a lot of presence coming in from TLPH. And let's not forget about that Moskov, right? Technically, he has global presence with that Spear Destruction.
My goodness, like Wadu didn't even do anything in the right moment here. His teammates just got completely dropped everywhere. Z is gonna die. Oh no. Primal Wrap first kill, gets the kill. OB tries to commit to the fight. He's gonna die as well. Double kill for JP. Too much damage from TLPH at this point.
This is spiraling out of control for CFU Gaming, right? They are now just running it down a little bit. OP did not need to die there. There is no reason for him to die, and I think that they need to regroup. They had the goal lead earlier, but right now, they just need to take their time.
Oh boy, now Sing forces the Blazing Duet. He does have the BMI. He goes for the sidestep, but Kaldizi already stopping in his tracks here. Now OP is going to be chain stunned by the Harlot. No comebacks as well. 2 down. And it seems like Team TLPH looking for that revenge arc might actually succeed.
I think their overall game plan is smart, right? As long as TLPH control the tempo, it feels like CFU Gaming can't get away with anything, right? That's why game number 1, we saw them making that first move each and every time. Punish their support if they have to, right? It doesn't matter who the target is going to be. Each tool is crucial for CFU Gaming to make their composition work. They need all 5.
Oh, speaking of all 5 here, do they even if they group up as all 5, do they even have the damage or the CCs to actually stop TLPH at this point? Like, look at this. They've got Heavy Spin, they've got Black Dragon, they've got Sanji with the damage output as well. They've got JP was doing so much damage, and now look comes Detective getting pulled back. Roar nowhere in range for CFU. That's gonna be an easy one for TLPH.
Yep, real nice dance there. Real nice dance. They pushed and pull every single time, create some space, come back, finish off the Lord, ensure that CFU Gaming has no cracks to work with to get on top of that Lord and steal it and drag this game out longer. Looking at the items so far, right? See Halberd already purchased here for Masha. Plenty of damage on this Masha, even with rapid boots to traverse the map a little bit faster. But unfortunately, he hasn't been finding Benny QT too often, and when he does, Carl TZ always gets in the middle.
Well, interesting enough, I do see the Queen Wing up on Detective here, but no, okay, JP trying to go for a setup. He is going to be able to survive the Primal Wrap Shield, and now he's going to try and turn the favor and try and chip on the tier 2 Wadu from the sides. Gets scouted out by Carl TZ. So CFU not going to be able to make an attempt here.
Yep, with so much early game advantages and a Lord-empowered minion, Lord-empowered waves crashing on all fronts, TLPH are going to skyrocket in the economy, making sure that they really set the difference between the two.
Oh boy, this is a pretty one-sided massacre here coming from TLPH. As you can see, TLPH, they're going to start things off with the Black Dragon once more. CFU, they've got to drop everything here. This is their last chance. It's over. It's a do or die. Sing needs to reset their fight. Rort dropping down to his half HP. Kaldizi finds the heavy speed. He's going to pull OB mid. Flickers out of safety. but the turret will drop to half HP, so nothing super crazy yet, but CFU will somehow be able to defend for now. Unless Sanji is looking for the bait. Wadu, he checks the approach. He's got 2 health bars. Stolen heavy spin to secure his safety net. And that's spells coming in. Federer trying to chip on Sync once more. Round 2, take 2 for TLPH, chipping away at the tier 3s. Is going to take the turret for now, and it's going to go down. That's going to be the first inhibitor that will fall for CFU Gaming as TLPH continues with the lead.
Yep, I mean, TLPH just using the raw stats to muscle out against CFU Gaming. No full commitments, just slow chip damage on the inhibitor turrets, and every single one of these hits are going to be far more valuable than CFU Gaming landing it on people like Sanford or Kaltizi, all of which ready to back each other up on the disengage.
They're so far ahead to a point that whenever Sanji's Federer airstrike is up, he just drops it to make sure that CFU Gaming stays in base.
Yeah, he ain't wasting any time.
It's crazy.
No, it's true. I think that this current meta, people are complaining about like, is this the assassin meta? Is this the tank meta? It's the mid lane meta, right? Any scaling mid lane does well.
Oh my goodness. Sing dropping down low here. He almost got a kill. And Sanji, he's going to be able to escape here. Forces to reset the fight. And CFU Gaming somehow is able to fight back, but they just cannot get those kills at all.
Does my point stand? Are mid lanes busted? Am I, right?
It's kind of busted.
Right? Sanji is literally 2 items in comparison to 3, a fully built Claude, right? With Trinity build, max stacks with Art of Thievery, couldn't take out Sanji, same level, slightly behind on the econ with cheaper items, couldn't do it enough. Tell me mid laners are busted.
Well, seems to be now with the Lord coming in play, TLPH with this lead coming in play. It doesn't even matter. I don't think Detective's going to be able to do much here. Black Dragon is zone off for safety, secures the Lord, and now Obi is going to get caught out. He's going to try and run away, but the chain stun's a little bit too much coming from TLPH. It just cannot get away at all.
And you can see the rest of CFU Gaming just watching OP go down, thinking like, I'm sorry, they haven't used Feathered Airstrike, we're not going to do anything. You just have to eat it.
Oh boy, this is just one-sided massacre. And at this point, CFU, like, their only win condition right now is Wadu is able to find some kind of picks. But in this case, he's got 2-1 in a row. But every single time he shows up, you see Kaltizi just making sure that, oh, you're not getting to the back lines. Oh, Sanford is there? Okay, I'm here. JP's there? I'm gonna go there. But now, with the Lord coming in, no chance at all. JP flickered forward, finds OP. They're gonna try and kill him once more. Killing spree for JP. Sanford overcommits to this. He's got the win the crowd. He's gonna be able to get out of it here. No, he's buying a little bit more time, but they're dropping like flies. Lord hammering on the throne here. The Ancient is falling. And Sing now, he's trying his best to clear the Lord, but it doesn't matter. TLPH, they take down the Crystal. They take all of this game, and they are very happy. 2-0 CFU Gaming. Goodbye, you're out of SPS.
Oh boy, you can see that TLPH real happy about this one. They got their revenge. The 2 more mature players are like, okay,